right, we are live. Gonna take a minute to just chill, relax. Getting messages early this morning too. Okay, cool. Yep, it looks like we are live now. So I'll start it. Let me see. Let me know, chat, if you could hear me as well. Let me turn my phone on vibrate or something. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And let me go ahead and see if the stream is running smoothly on Twitch. This is the one thing I don't like about multi-streaming is that when you do multi-stream, it does not come up right sometimes on your other platform. But it should be fine, but let's see. Apparently it's not, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna just have to go with it. I looked at my Twitch feed and it's just a black screen, so I'm not sure what that's about. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to just altogether just stop streaming on Twitch and just focus more on YouTube. But we will see how this works out. But other than that, how y'all doing? Hope y'all are blessed this morning. Hope y'all are good. If you woke up this morning, you're blessed. Appreciate y'all being here on this stream. Hope all is well with you guys. It's not gonna be a long stream this morning because I got a lot to do. Because I will be streaming again tonight as well. So I'm doing a double stream today. I'm doing a stream right now, of course, and then I'm gonna do a stream tonight as well. So, prepare to join me for the second stream tonight. If you're watching from Twitch, let me know if y'all can see the screen. I just looked at my phone and it's black. I don't know if y'all see black over there or not, but if y'all do, let me know so I could, alter the settings for later. Because I don't know what's going on with Twitch. Twitch is funny. But other than that, I hope y'all are blessed this morning. Once again, we're going to be looking at some charts with Ichimoku 101 analysis today. We have some big trade setups happening in the market. If you trade crypto, also there's some manipulation going on in the market as well. And I'm going to talk about that as well because I looked at the lower time frames, looked at the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frames, and I saw a little bit of manipulation on the 4-hour and 1-hour time frames. It's kind of weird because there's no volume in the market, and when we get to that point, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. But I figured this would happen, the move to the upside, because I had a level drawn that I said, if we get to this point, I don't know what's gonna happen, and so I'll point it out when we get to that point. But before we go on with anything, y'all know this is a God first channel, Jesus first channel. I always put my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ before anything, before I start. So I'm going to I want to acknowledge my Lord and Savior before I start, and I'm going to give you guys a scripture again this morning. Hey, good morning, Mario. How you doing? Hello. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you being here. God bless you. But yes, I do know I have been noticing that as well. I'm all over the place right now, but I'm gonna give you our scripture before I move ahead, but I'm trying to do this multi-streaming thing, and it's weird. It's streaming on Twitch and YouTube is weird, especially since this software that I'm using is the putting in the certain numbers, so the quality is good on both ends is what I'm trying to figure out at this point. So the scripture that I have for today, let me go ahead and pull it up. It's going to be Isaiah 55, 6-7. I'm going to read it out. It says, "Seek the Lord while he may be found, call upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return to the Lord, and he will have mercy on him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon." So, just a quick scripture for this morning. That's Isaiah 55, 6 through 7, if you did not get it before. Hearing that scripture lets you know that it does not matter how far gone you think you are. It does not matter how bad you think you are of a person. God is always going to, well, no. God is, abundant in forgiving and abundant in his mercy and his grace. So you have to realize that as bad as people may think they are, they want to be perfect before they come seek God, but you don't have to be perfect to seek God. And I'm talking out of experience because some of y'all that have been rocking with me and following this channel for a long time, y'all know that I have done some pretty crazy stuff in my life. I have talked about some stuff that I've been through and done that, that's not really, it would not be good, considered good for most people. But I tell you my shortcomings because I do think if I share, a part of myself that people will be more open to receiving the Lord and, stepping out on faith and seeking the Lord for themselves. So y'all know I've done some crazy stuff, and I told y'all some of the stuff I've done in my life. So I'll just leave it at that. And I'll talk about that another time. But I wanted to share that scripture with you guys because just know that you're not too far gone for the Lord to, forgive you and pardon you from your sins. Just make sure you repent and turn from your ways and receive Jesus into your life and seek him earnestly and wholeheartedly. So that's what I want to say with that scripture. So Mario, you say you're pretty busy. Will the live be posted on YouTube? Yeah, it's going to be posted on YouTube. I'm also doing a double stream today. I said earlier, if for those that are just joining in, I'm going to be doing, of course, I'm streaming right now, but I'm also going to have a stream later on tonight at 8 p.m. Central. So definitely check that out. I'm going to be talking about the difference between between decisions and choices. So it's going to be an interesting topic. So hopefully I see y'all there, and we will talk about that. But other than that, I'm looking at Bitcoin right now. As y'all see in the title, there's some big trade setups happening right now. Very interesting market, very, very interesting market. And not just an interesting market, it's also, there is some manipulation I was talking about earlier. I will show y'all on the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame, mainly the 4-hour time frame. But it was expected because if you remember the last time I did my stream, I was looking at this green zone that I have on my chart, and I'll show y'all in a second. I was concerned about the price when it gets to that area because I didn't have nothing drawn up after that. I just had a line going down to that level, and I said once we get there, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm expecting the market to fall, but if it gets rejected, then most likely it's going to move back to the upside. Also, let me know if y'all hear me clearly. Let me know about the quality of the mic, if y'all can hear me pretty well. But other than that, again, I appreciate y'all's feedback. Let's see. You said what time frame and session you trade daily? I don't trade daily. I look at the charts daily, but I don't trade every day. But if I do trade, the charts that I focus on is the daily time frame, the weekly time frame, and sometimes the monthly. But I focus on the weekly and the daily, and then I enter in on the smaller time frames like the 4-hour or the 1-hour. Excuse me. And every now and again, I'll trade the 5-minute and the minute time frame, and lower. But I don't like trading the smaller time frames because my mindset, my psychology is I don't like having that stress of thinking too fast and trying to make a decision real quick. I like to look at the bigger time frames because it moves slower and you could get more accurate trades doing that. That's why I have a high accuracy rate with my trades when it comes to live streaming on when I do live trading on stream or calling out what the market's going to do because of the higher time frames. I think most people rely too much on the lower time frames, thinking that it's going to be the decision of the overall market. And I think that's the problem. But other than that, I prefer daily, weekly, 4 hour time frames. That's just me. Okay, you said yes, it sounds very clear. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. And welcome to the stream. I appreciate you being here. Definitely appreciate you being here. Mm, that's a long wow. That's a very long comment in the on Twitch. Let me see. Okay, I think that's a bot that's talking, so I'll have to figure that out later. But other than that, let me go ahead and go to the charts so I could explain some things that I'm seeing here. All right. So looking at the chart, we already called this move back in this bubble here. We had the death cross and then the drop to the downside to this green zone that I was mentioning here. So one thing that's interesting, I want to make sure this is visible on the smaller time frame as well. Okay, good. I want to take Ichimoku off and I want to explain something that concerns me because this move feels very artificial and it also feels like retail had nothing to do with this move to the upside. And one of the things that I know that big institutional traders do, they buy to sell and they sell to buy. So what I'm saying is they'll push price to a certain level or particular level just to get people interested in that level. So they had, and then let me zoom in. So they had gotten sellers because I had this level marked up for a reason because of this over here. I know that this was a demand area. I know that for sure. So I saw this, that buyers were looking at this area, but also sellers were looking at this area to push the market even lower. The thing that concerned me here was seeing how we pushed past this level. We broke that zone pretty convincingly, and then we broke a little lower. We got overextended right here. And this is what my concern was because once I saw that and then that rejection come in, I said, oh, this is about to reverse. And that's why I didn't even bother, looking at this, this area. I could have actually sent this out as a notification in the Discord, but I was busy. It was Friday too, so I don't really pay attention to charts too much on the weekends, but I sometimes look at them. But looking at this, I was saying, there's this has nothing to do with retail, all right. And let me show you on the 4 hour time frame what I mean by that. This is why I know that big money was involved in moving this market because if you look at this, look at the volume at the bottom here. Look at this volume. It shows you that buyers were interested here, right? But this is like decreasing volume. If you look at this right here. So volume was decreasing, but look what was happening. Look at what was going on here. The volume dropped on this candle, but look what happened. Market kept moving up. Market kept going up. Look here, kept going up. Look here, kept going up. Even here. So this was definitely manipulation happening in this area, specifically this area between here and this level of this price level. So this is why I was like, I'm not going to fall into this play. Like it could have been a good trade playing to the upside for sure, but I don't like trading like that. That's not, this is not ideal. What you want to get into. Can you catch it? Definitely, but this was 100% manipulation because you see the volume is decreasing right here as as this is going up. So this lets you know that this had nothing to do with retail traders. This was all institutional traders pushing the market up from. They've been doing it since from Friday all the way up to Sunday, and then Monday, and then now we're up here Tuesday. So this lets you know that manipulation was going on. Volume was decreasing as price was going up. So this had nothing to do with retail investors, traders at all. This was all just institutional, enticing retail traders to jump into this market. And you see where it stops, right back into the zone, the weekly zone that I have drawn up. And the reason why I took Ichimoku out, because it would be easier to, explain what I'm seeing here. But let me explain it with Ichimoku. And yes, peace, there is an N wave formed. I'm going to look at it in a second. Let me put Ichimoku back on. But looking here, looking at Ichimoku, could have definitely caught the trade here. So if I rewound this, let's go to this point right here. At this point, you should have known that it was time to go up. We had a bullish crossover. If you're trading just the crossover itself, you should have started thinking, okay, start going long. And then not only that, let's take a look here. You see TDI was moving up very strongly because it's recognizing the momentum of the market. It's showing you that there was buyers coming in. Not retail buyers, but there was buyers that were institutional buyers coming in here. So this just lets you know that by itself. So this is why I was very intrigued, seeing that. I could have definitely caught that, but let me show you in the 1 hour time frame. Would have been a lot smoother to catch. Let me see where we at. If you were on the 1 hour time frame, you could have gotten a lot sooner. Let me take this cloud off for a moment. Let me explain. So right here, we had our crossover, our bullish crossover in here. Market came back into our TK zone. So what the TK zone is, just for educational purposes, it's between the red and the blue line. So if you're in the TK zone, you should definitely look for a trade. 100% look for a trade. And you're following the direction of the crossover. So once price broke back above the Tinkerson, our red line, that's when you should start thinking long. Then look what happened. Broke back into the zone, but we never got a bearish crossover. So this was letting us know that we should still be looking long. So once we had another break to the upside or a break of that fractal level, we could have been long and caught the trade down here as opposed to, up here. So it moved pretty well, and you see the rest is history. We would have been in early and caught it all the way up here. Had I talked about this on the stream, if I had streamed and caught this, I would have definitely told y'all to buy here. But looking at this, now where we're at, this is where I'm curious what the market's gonna do, and I'm basing it off the weekly time frame. We still have 4 days and 10 hours before the weekly candle closes, right? So looking at this is very interesting. I want to say a few things because at this point I'm trying to avoid getting manipulated here, and I'm going to explain why. If you notice, we pushed back up into this red zone, and look how many times we tested this area, right? But the thing that's getting my attention, we have a golden cross on the weekly time frame, which is very bullish. But here's the problem. We're not breaking this level convincingly. We have yet to break this level. So if anyone wants to trade this, and this is just my opinion, if anyone wants to trade, the long term, like let's say the market pushes up to 30K, right? If you're going to want to catch this move to 30K, trading this week is very risky. This is a very risky move right now for a few reasons, because this is market structure. This is where the institutional traders trap retail investors and people on YouTube that think they know what they're talking about all the time. But but I'm not gonna talk about that. But this is the problem here, and this is what I'm seeing. Let me take Ichimoku off because we have a lot of resistance right now. We have this zone of resistance. We have this zone up here that's resistance, which is between the 29 to 32k level. But the problem is this right here. The market has to this week, and this is why this weekly candle close is important. We already see some rejection here. Like I told you earlier, they sell to buy, so they push price lower, and they pushed it lower to buy to get people enticed here, so they could probably look for another dip to the downside. And I'm gonna explain the news with it too, like the CPI and all that, the numbers that were released in inflation and all that, and how this, ties in. And then there's also, you know, debt on top of debt on top of debt that's also being included in this, which is why I'm like, man, I really, it's really a risky time to trade this. But looking at this, you see here that we had a big sell volume right here, but right now we have buy volume. But look what the problem is here. If this is a true buying opportunity, and this is why you have to know how to read these charts sometimes, and this is why I say wait for the weekly candle. First of all, we need to break this zone, and you already see we're getting rejected. But look what's happening. The previous candle, if you look at the volume, was bigger than this current candle volume, right? So look how the volume just dropped here. It's still sloping down right there. Oh, y'all can't see that? Oh, let me do this. I'm talking and y'all can't even see what I'm talking about there. I just realized. So what I'm talking about is right here. See, this volume was big right here, right? Boom, pushed the drop, fell to break lower. But look what happened. This volume came in, but look how big this candle is. But the problem is this volume, for this to be legit, this volume needs to be bigger than the last bar of volume. But it's heading down. You see that? Right here. So this is why I'm concerned with this move in this weekly candle close. Because if we can't close at this high, then I'm not seeing this market move higher. Now, let's say it does though. Let's say they say screw it, we're going to manipulate it like we feel. Now, here would be the targets to the upside if that's the case. Let's go. And this was the N wave that Peace was talking about. Boom. This would be our targets to the upside. So let me explain how this N wave formation looks and works. So we have this move. Then we have this low. And this would be our ultimate target, because that's the one-to-one measured move from this level down here, this green zone level, to this high here in this red zone is going to be equal to this move here. As far as as far as the one-to-one measured move, if this is 140 points going up, this is going to be 140 points going up from this level. So when you have the N wave, you have A, B, C, and then D is that one-to-one level. So when you have this, from C to D should equal A to B. That's how this works. All right. So that's pretty much, the N wave, how the N wave works. Now here's the other thing, how the N wave also works, because this is why it's good to have as much knowledge, or be as knowledgeable as possible when it comes to trading. Because if you notice, and I'll show y'all another time, but if you fail to break B level here, if you fail to break the B level, this usually means the market's going to end up, consolidating like you see it's doing now. So this is now interesting to see what the market's going to do, because if we fail to break the B level, We're not going to reach the D level, which is going to be at, what price is that? Which is going to be at 28,378. If we fail to break that level, most likely we're going to push back lower and probably test these lows again. Notice how the market is ranging in this box here. I'm going to make this a yellow box. Let me go ahead and do that. So we're ranging within this yellow box here. And this is why I'm very curious on what's going to happen this week. That's why I don't want to touch the market this week until this candle closes. Because now trading on the smaller time frame, that's cool, but you could possibly get like a entry here short. But we can't. It's too early to call. It's too early in the week to call. We still have 4 days left. But if we're going to follow Ichimoku direction overall, because we still got heavy resistance because of the Kumo cloud here. But let's say we have this zone acting as this weekly sell order block that's acting as resistance, and we have this weekly supply zone that's acting as, you know, resistance on top of this cloud here. So no, breaking past this will be, you know, a challenge, right? So let's see. Let me go back a little bit. Let me take off this because this market is something else. So let me go ahead. I'll leave this on here. This is gonna be, you know, this is gonna be something to talk about later. But I'm gonna leave this targets on here for later if the market does decide to break up higher. But so let's go to the daily, and I want to talk about this, you know, what I'm seeing here. And I apologize if y'all can't see the volume bar because I thought I was explaining it, but I noticed that this was in the way. So, you know, it's all good right in here. But what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing that the market is already seeing, you know, signs of rejection. We got a golden cross, but we still have to, you know, break higher for sure. But look at the volume dropping off. So this is why I find it interesting how, you know, they're playing this market, because I think they're setting up and manipulating people to buy here so they could, you know, force people to get liquidated. So they, you know, they have to hedge their positions to go short and, you know, make up for their loss. And this is the problem. I see this pushing lower again, and, you know, back to either ranging or, you know, breaking even lower. And that's why I'm not trying to get too caught up with, you know, what they're doing. We have a double top already, so we could get our double top and drop from here. And that was the daily time frame too, by the way. Now looking at it on the, I'm gonna take this off. Looking at it on the, you know, the 4-hour time frame. Let me go ahead. Let me see. The market is making a C clamp, which is, you know, this is letting us know that the market is, you know, in a range. This is why you see it moving sideways. The last 5 candles here you see are moving sideways. Whenever you see this blue line go flat, this is letting you know that the market's in a range, or it's, you know, they're about to make another move. Even here, this is flattening out. So this is why I always say, whenever you see this, whenever you see the candles or the price between the red and the blue line, you should immediately look for a trading opportunity. Immediately. So overall, based off the crossover, and this, I'm gonna break this down slowly. I'm not gonna, you know, go too fast. Looking at it on the with Ichimoku, you know, clouds, you know, taking off the clouds too. We're following the bias of the crossover, right? Initially, that's what we initially do. Follow the bias of the crossover. It'll get you in. It'll keep you in the market better, right? So notice here, we had our golden cross. We're moving up, and now we're flattening out at resistance. So the question now is, are we going to move higher or move lower. And now this is the perfect timing to look for a trade because we're between the red and blue line. So here, what I want to see, if I'm going to go long, I want to see price break back above my red line. So it'll be a Tinkerson break. I want to see a TS break, and then I'll take that long wherever it goes based off my 4-hour time frame. However, based on the information that we see on the weekly, the daily, we see that there's some bearish tendencies there as well, basically on the weekly time frame. But notice how the market's acting here. So we don't want to just jump in yet. And then if you look at the volume as well, it's showing you that sell volume is increasing here in this area. Is it going to happen? We don't know yet. All right, so this is why I say this week is going to be dangerous. If I'm going to even consider taking a trade here, based off the 4-hour, I want to see it break back above our red line. And that price point that I would take this trade, let me make this a green line. Let's see. Let's turn that green. If I'm going to take a trade, I want to see price at least break 25K, 25,422 or 32. That's what I want to see. If I don't see that, I'm not going to even bother entering the trade. That's just me. So if I'm going to, play this, I'm going to set an alert. It's going to be my long signal. So that's what I'm going to set up as a long signal. Once price breaks that, then I'll look to take a trade. But other than that, I would not trade this. At least not right now. It's too much noise right now. It needs to clear up first. So break this level, and not only break that level, but close above that level. I'm going long right there. You said, so it's not a trade zone? Yeah, it's definitely a trade zone, but it's not, it's not optimal for probability. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, this is definitely an area to look for a trade, but if you're going to take a trade here, you have to have rules when you are trading in unpredictable situations like this, especially when there's so much news floating around about crypto. You got the Silicon Valley incident that's going on. You got Silvergate issue. You got CPI numbers. You got Jerome Powell speaking. There's so much factors that could just turn this in either direction. So you have to have rules in place or contingencies to even take the trade. So yeah, this is definitely an area to look for a trade, but the probability of you winning it definitely goes down here when you have have factors that could turn this upside down. But that's why I said, if I'm gonna even bother about taking this trade, I'm gonna wait till it breaks that price to go higher. That's just me. Peace, you said, do you think the altcoins will go up while Bitcoin ranges? Thank you. I do think that some will, but I ultimately think if Bitcoin goes, ranges, eventually they're gonna start ranging too. The ones that follow or Bitcoin, they're gonna eventually range as well and then drop with it or go up with it. That's usually what happens. You said, can we do scalping with Ichimoku? Of course. Yeah, I was on. If you watched my last live stream, I think that was like I think that was a week or so ago. Yeah, you could definitely scalp with it because I was doing an education session with Ichimoku. I was actually showing how you could trade Ichimoku on the 1 minute time frame. A lot of people don't know that you could trade it on the 1 minute, or you could definitely trade it on the 1 minute. You could even trade it on the 30-second time frame for options. I have traded, I don't like options, but I have used Ichimoku on the 30-second time frame, even the 10-second time frame to take trades with Ichimoku. It's just you have to think a lot faster. That's the only problem when Ichimoku is very direct and to the point. So you're in and out of the market if you're gonna trade the 1 minute or the 15-minute time frame. I always tell people if you're gonna use Ichimoku on the 5 minute or the 1 minute time frame, you have to, be very aware of where the blue and the red line are at. Because if you are not aware of these two, you're gonna get jacked up in your trades. A lot of people don't know or don't use the red and the blue line to, what they're supposed to be, what they're supposed to do. You could use these as basic moving averages if you wanted to do that. However, if you do, make sure you follow that direction, mostly of the crossover, and that'll keep you in the trade longer. Ichimoku is like perfect for following the trend. And if you see here how the crossover, if you follow the crossover and you make sure it's following the rules, then you're definitely going to win more trades than lose. That's why I think Ichimoku is the best trend indicator in the world. I checked a lot of trend indicators. I think this is personally the best one, in my opinion, from what I've seen. But yes, you could definitely use this for the minute time frame. I'm just, I'll just show you an example right now since you asked. Let me see. Auto. But even here, so let me show you something real quick. This is not gonna be like a super in-depth, detailed, teaching. But if you notice here, the crossover is bullish, right? So I'm thinking if I'm trading Ichimoku on the 1 minute time frame, I'm thinking look for longs. So price comes up, and then it starts dipping back between the red and the blue line. I'm still thinking go long, regardless of what price is doing here. I'm just waiting for, the confirmation candle. All right. The confirmation candle for me would be right here, because we broke back above the red line, and the red line usually signals the direction of the overall trend. Once I see that, I'm entering the market, and I would have caught all this. So yes, you could definitely use it for the minute time frame if you wanted to. Just a quick teaching on that, just to let you know. But anyway, we're back here, and now if I'm trading like I was saying, if I'm trading the 4-hour time frame right now, I would be very cautious. I would wait for a few things. And we could even push back lower to here and bounce off this blue line and come higher. So I'm waiting for a few scenarios to happen before I even consider taking any type of trade here. Let's see. Let me see. You said, okay, there were some nice about the data of CPI yesterday could be manipulated. What are your thoughts about that? Yeah, there's definitely manipulation. I also covered that earlier. So I was saying, I don't know when you jumped in, but I was saying the manipulation started down here between Friday up until Sunday. You could see it a lot more. Actually, yeah, this was at the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame. You could see it very clearly, but I think it was a lot more clear on the 1 hour. Yeah, like right in here, this market had no business going up. It had no business. It actually was a lot clearer on the 4-hour, but let me show you why. If you notice here, volume dropped significantly here. You can't see that. Hold on, let me move my screen to where you can see it. Right there. I have this crypto thing, the coins in the middle of the screen, so you can't see the volume. But if you look at the bottom here, where my volume's at down in here, you see the 4 purple bars going down, which is saying decrease in buying pressure, right? But look what's happening. As this is decreasing, look what's happening here with price. Price is moving up, but this volume is moving down. So this one had nothing to do with, retail investors. Retail investors did not move this market up. This was all institutional investors pushing this market up on Sunday, all the way to where it's at now. But they were doing this since Friday. Let me show you, because if you look back here, let me see, Friday. Friday at this time is when buyers came in. Right there. Buyers came in. What time is that? 7 p.m. on Friday. Right? I'm gonna prove it to you. Let me show you. As buyers came in, they were sneaky here. They were sneaking into the market. And this is why I always tell people, you got to really understand what's going on when you look at these charts, because they will jack you up in a heartbeat and not even, be nice about it. But you see here how they're sneaking into the market, and let me show you how they're sneaking into the market. Look at this bar. This was the highest bar until, let me show you right here. Until Sunday, what time? Sunday at 12 p.m. All right. If you notice what's going on here, how they were sneaking into the market, look how at 7 p.m. on Friday versus Sunday at 12 p.m. what the market was doing. All right. They were sneaking into this market, but look how volume is decreasing here. Oops, let me fix that. Look how volume decreased here. All this volume is decreasing here from Friday at 7 p.m. all the way up to Sunday at 12 p.m. So between these two levels here. But look what's happening. The market's moving up gradually. Because look at how they sneak into the market. They look at the spikes in buying volume. So when you see that, take note of that. That's institutional traders sneaking into the market privately over the weekend or whatever time they decide to do it. So yes, there's definitely manipulation going on, and not a lot of people will catch that. They might say it after the fact, after they have, but to see it in real time is a different story. That's why you have to be aware of what's going on when you look at the volume, and you'll always. And here's the thing: I started using volume more because you could catch when they're gonna start doing big moves, or catch when they're sneaking into the market. That's why you could always see the manipulation versus just calling there's manipulation. You'll see like after the fact, but if you could see it while it's happening in real time, you could catch the move with them. Is what I'm trying to say, and it's not always easy. Doing that. Now, as far as the CPI numbers, where's my? Hold on, I think I had it on here. Hold on a second, because I look at the news here. Oops, they signed me out. Dang, hold on. Let me sign in real quick. Hopefully they kept my information. Oh wow, they didn't even keep my information. Oh, I'm not about to put it in because I don't want y'all. Okay, actually, let me see. Let me see. I'm surprised my thing got kicked off. I usually stay logged in on this. Let me sign in. Really? Did I put my... Hold on a second. Let me see if I could get in real quick. How about I did forget my password, because that'd be embarrassing. I guess I forgot my password. Was it super? Well, I guess I forgot my password, because let me just explain it, cause I don't even need to see it, because I don't even care about all that. But let me go back to the chart and let me explain the CPI numbers. So the CPI numbers were pretty bad. And when I saw that, I said, man, this should be no reason nobody should be going long right now. Now, as a retail trader, you would think, it's going up. That's just, common sense that we would all come to that conclusion, that we would all long, because it looks bullish. It definitely does. But if you're thinking like a investor, like institutional trader, hedge fund trader, like the big boys, the big girls with the money, if you're thinking like them, like this is where I would trap all the newbies and short this market to hell. especially with the CPI numbers being jacked up, and Jerome Powell's putting that's why this market dropped heavy from here from last time. So this is right now. I'm leaning more towards bears as always, but that's why I say if I'm gonna go long, I have to see it hit here first, and that'll confirm some stuff for me personally. That's just me. That's how I look at the market. I don't like to just I feel that's doing this, so I'm gonna do this. No, I don't like to feel the market. I like to have a better understanding of what's going on with the news. And sometimes I don't even pay attention to news. I just pay attention to more so the what I'm seeing on the charts, because honestly, if you understand how to read the charts, you really don't need to understand how to you don't have to understand the news at all. You could just read the charts. Everybody that watches my live streams knows that I rarely pay attention to news. And I'm going to make a point here, because I was looking at the Dow Jones. I'm going to look at the Dow Jones after I look at Bitcoin. And I'm going to explain some things in correlation to the Dow Jones here. You said, so can we spot some absorption with Ichimoku like on last week when they were sneaking in and building position? Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm going to show you that too. I'm going to actually, that's what I was actually going to show you on the Dow Jones, because I was talking with my student. We had a one-on-one trading session. Anthony, if he's here, he could tell y'all, but I don't think he's here. But there was some absorption that happened here on the Dow Jones. I'm gonna show you guys what time frame was. I think it was on the 15-minute time frame. Let me see, hour or 15. I'm trying to remember what time frame it was. Hold on, give me a moment to find it. Could also have been the 5-minute. But yes, you could definitely see absorption with Ichimoku. It's more so, I wouldn't say Ichimoku. I would say you could see it more so with spotting divergence. Nope, it was not this time frame. 4 hour. I think it was in here. Ah, man, I'm trying to remember. I believe it was either the hour, the 4 hour, and possibly the 15. But let me explain how you can see absorption. So it was on the Dow Jones. What I had seen, I was telling my student that because there was bullish divergence, right? So the best way to spot absorption with Ichimoku, find divergence first, right? Once you find that divergence first, so let it say it be bullish, say it be bearish, doesn't matter which one you find, right? And let me do this. Let me give y'all an education session right now again. So let's say we have price moving up, right? So price is moving up. And then we have, the indicator, whatever indicator we're using, moving down, right? So this is obviously going to be bearish divergence. But in this case, what I saw was bullish divergence, where it's in reverse, where we have price was coming down while the indicator was going up, right? So now we're looking at bullish divergence here. So when we saw that there was bullish divergence happening, I was telling him two things, because when there's big news happening, always expect something weird to happen, right? Always expect it. So we had price coming down, indicator going up, we had divergence, cool. Now how did we spot that absorption? So if you're gonna trade divergence, make sure you pay attention to volume, right? If you pay attention to volume, you're not going to take too many hits in a trade if you pay attention to it. So this is how we spotted it with Ichimoku. All right, so let me put everything back on so I can explain it, and then also with using Ichimoku with the what's it called? The volume. Actually, I think it was right. Yeah, it was right in here. I see it now. Okay, so here it is. This is perfect. Now I see it. So here's price coming down. This is the example I was using. Price was coming down right here. And I'm gonna show y'all live this. And this was indicator of our choice was the TDI, and it was coming up. Oh my goodness, I can't even click right now. Let me get rid of that. So this is going up. So you see here, I'm not lying to y'all. This was coming down. This is going up. But look what's happening here. We see the market did push a little bit higher, but notice what's happening. This is how I knew that how they were going to get absorbed here. And this is why you got to pay attention to your levels. So if we go look here, if you look here on the price, let me do this line. Notice what's happening here, right? It came back to this high. Pushed a little bit higher, but it closed at that high. Now let me show you how they got absorbed too. If you look at the volume here, once price got to this level, look at how the price came up. The price came up with the volume. You had the effort of the volume, and the results of that candle was rejection. Then you see the next candle we had, and this is what I was saying right now is this week is going to be important on the weekly candle close, because look what happened here. Look at the volume on this bar is greater than the last volume bar, which was bullish. A bullish volume bar versus this bearish volume. Heavy volume here. And then look what happened on this candle as well. We also had a tweezer top here, a price action candle. So you could have definitely put a short right when that candle closed, stop loss up here, and you would have caught this. But look at the volume increasing. When you see volume increasing here, this is showing that buyers are getting absorbed in here. So with Ichimoku, look at where the price is at, or look at it's right underneath that cloud too. Price never broke above that high. It did, but it never closed above that high, which is what's important. It needs to close above that high. And then look what the rejection did. And then if you look here, zooming out, as this was coming up, price came down, came back up, made a double top, then dropped here. TDI also showed you that they were absorbed, because look, this middle line never got past the 50 level, which was telling you that this is still overall bearish. So this was false divergence, and then you see the price will get pushed down lower. So this is why I say, they're getting absorbed. And here's the other part to it. I think I mentioned this earlier, but actually we'd have to catch this on like the 15-minute time frame. Hold on, let me show you real quick. Give me a moment and let me make sure I got this area. Alright, so let me show you on the 15-minute time frame. So if we go to 15, this was the area we were looking in, right? So here's another how you could also tell they got absorbed here. If you notice here, you could have caught the trade a little bit sooner on the 15. Would have taken a little bit longer. If you could have, there's a lot that goes on here, but you could have caught it. So if you were catching this move, notice the volumes dying off as well early on the 15. You had this strong bullish volume bar, right? Strong bullish volume bar. But look at the result of that candle. Nothing happened here. So you should automatically say, oh yeah, they're not pushing any higher than this. But look at the volume dropping off here. Dropped off huge. Dropped off huge. The the best entry would have been here or over here. And even up here would have been good, but right here would have been perfect. Once you had that break back underneath, and let me show you this. Boom. Oops. Let me show you this. Let me take that off. So if you're just using just strictly the red line in Ichimoku, just strictly the red line, it'll get you in a good amount of trades as well. Because look what happened here. Once it broke underneath here, the red line here, you were short this whole entire time. This whole entire time. Look at that. From up here. So your entry, if you had the, if you saw this, and not if you just saw, if you were confident to even take the trade, your entry would have been right there. And then you would have rolled this trade all the way down until it broke back above the red line, which was right here. So really, you caught this trade up to this point. Let me see, to that point right there. Right there. So yeah, you could have cut that whole thing, and that was 8,596 points on the or pips, but it was 859 points on the US 30 or Dow Jones trade. That would have been a huge trade for taking that. And this is on the 15-minute time frame. So yeah, you could find absorption. You just gotta know what to look for and mix it with this as well. But yeah, I know I'm getting off topic. I'm just teaching. Hope it helps. But anyway, let me go back to. That's all I wanted to show you. But let me go back to Bitcoin real quick, or should I call it Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin is going to take a lot of people's money when this whole thing's said and done. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not gonna be good. Let's see. All right. So, like I said, we're still in between this TK zone. All I'm worried about now is just if price breaks back above here, then that's when I'll look to go long. Other than that, looking at price, the 1 hour time frame is suggesting that it's bearish right now on Bitcoin. You got a death cross on Bitcoin on the 1 hour. You are at a resistance with this cloud, but it's still playing within this, this TK zone. We just broke out. Actually, we just broke out right there, but the candle needs to close outside, and that's not a strong looking candle. Volume is there though, so this actually might go lower right now that I'm looking at it. And then you also got a shooting star candle there. That's a bearish formation, so this actually might come down now. So I'm actually looking to go short here now. I'm looking at this. Let me see, volume. I need to get rid of these bars here. This thing here is annoying. I don't know why no, I don't want to see that. There we go. So volume is actually, bearish volume is actually increasing right now, which is interesting. This could be an interesting call. So let me say this. If I'm going to go short, I'm going to keep a super tight stop. I was short underneath that wick. Stop loss will be at that high here, and then looking to go back into this zone. Actually, I'm going to move this up a little bit higher because I know how Bitcoin tries to knock people out of the market. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. This is the move I see currently, just based off the hour. And also, if you look at it, volume has dropped significantly as well. I don't see. Look at this. Look at this volume. Look at my volume here now. Look at that. It just has dropped significantly. So yeah, I'm leaning towards bears taking this drop here. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Big setup to the downside. Let's see. You said, can we go through current scalping scenarios with Ichimoku on small time frames? I'll save that for another session. It won't be on this one. I want to look at Ethereum next, and then I'll probably get off. But next time I have a session, a trading session, Ichimoku one-on-one session, I'll definitely do that. We could do the Ichimoku for scalping. I'll title it that. So yeah, I'll do that. Also, those that are just joining in or have been on, if y'all missed this part, I want to say that I will be streaming again tonight. I will be talking about because Wednesdays are usually the controversial topics. So I'll be talking about decisions versus choices tonight for the uncut and more aggressive content tonight. Not because those that watch me, I don't just talk about trading. I talk about real life stuff. I talk about controversial topics. I have a few controversial topics in the making, but tonight's it's not gonna be so controversial, but it's gonna be, it's gonna be more wisdom than anything tonight. So yeah, if y'all want to join the live stream tonight, I will be live again tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time. So hopefully y'all could catch me on either Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. On either Twitch or YouTube, wherever platform you are watching. So I would greatly appreciate that. But other than that, it looks like Bitcoin might be coming down right now. It's forming a bearish candle right now as we speak. But we shall see. Because I'm very curious how this market is going to play out this week. But this, if it doesn't, if it does go up, this is not going to be a significant loss. It's going to be like a minor loss anyway. But I'm anticipating this going short. So if y'all are going to take this short with me, I'm going to actually put it in now on my phone. If y'all do take this short with me, make sure you do it at your own risk, first of all. And secondly, use good risk management. Let me put this in. I'm talking too much. Put it in your, use good risk management, and don't be afraid to take, make the move. So the trade is set. I'm going to actually put 2 positions on this. Let me see. So hopefully y'all can see it. Let me see. Right there. 2 positions running. All right, we're gonna see how this plays out. I'll probably post it on Twitter or something. So on to the next. Ethereum's doing the same thing, but it's moving a little bit faster than Bitcoin. So I'm just gonna say short on that. I'm not even gonna play games. It has here's the thing. I don't like trading this. I wouldn't trade this in particular. What I would do, I would wait for it to come back in between these 2 lines, and then look for my short. But technically, I missed my short position from here. Well, I should have been in right here. Let me show you. Let me get closer. Because we got a death cross here. The trade should have been right here. But if we enter in now, it's trading too far away from resistance. I don't like that. I want to be as close to resistance as possible. This is why this entry here is more ideal than way down in here. So that's a miss on this one. You said just Congressman from Tom Elmer has written to FDIC asking if it instructed banks not to service cryptocurrency firms. You said that happened just now? Are you on Twitter? Follow me on Twitter so I could get that information. Let me put my Twitter information in the chat. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot that I have not put it on. Dadgummit. Okay, there it is. So that's actually my old. Dang, I need to update that. That's bad. Okay, I'm gonna update that. That's not my Twitter. That's my old Twitter page before I got banned on Twitter. Don't click on that link that you just saw. That's not my Twitter account no more. It's still up, but I got banned. I can't even open that account. I can't even get on that account no more. So my Twitter. Let me just put it in. Send me that information that you just told me, please, so I can look into that. Alright, so this is my current, Twitter page before I lost all 5,000 plus of my followers on Twitter. Almost hit 6,000 on Twitter, but man, just because I said one thing controversial, I lose my account for something that wasn't even really controversial. All I said was I was defending someone's point. All I said was, let me actually read exactly what I said so I don't get it misconstrued. Because I took a screenshot of it and I sent it to Elon Musk hoping that he would, give me my account back. Let me see. What exactly did I say? So this is exactly what I said. And I was, I tagged, it was addressed to the LGBT, XYZ community. And I was talking about I was talking about Apex. If y'all don't know what Apex is, it's Apex is a online game, right? So I was talking about Apex, and they actually cut my they cut what I said, but whatever, because it was a 4-piece conversation. But anyway, this is what they got me for. Apparently, I said, in conclusion, and I don't want to rant, but this LGBTQC19 crap is old. I said I've played less because I don't support it personally. Saying I play Apex less because I don't support the LGBT blah blah blah. I'm not gonna say it on here because they're gonna ban me. I don't support that, that lifestyle pretty much. And I said I don't, for personal reasons, and I respect others for their own beliefs. That's what I said. But don't be upset with people that think differently. I think, okay, they probably got me for that, because now that I'm reading, they probably got me for that. I said, but I heard people say worse, but I said this. I said I think the homo/trans, etc. is a mental disorder. But that's what I said, and then I get banned for it. So that's what happened. And reading it out loud, I heard people say far more worse things than I have on Twitter. And this was before Elon Musk fully took over Twitter, so who knows? Maybe I might get my old account back. If I do, I'll be thankful to God, because, man, I worked hard for that account. But I would appreciate it if y'all follow me on Twitter. I do say crazy stuff sometimes, but hey, it is what it is. But looking at Ethereum, we already missed our opportunity on Ethereum. If you want to risk it, it's still in the short, it's still up for being short. However, you run the risk of, the market pushing up on you and taking you out and liquidating you. This is why I said I like the trades very strict. This would have been my ideal entry, but we already missed that entry already, so I'm not even going to push it. And that entry was like about how many hours ago? This entry was like 7 hours ago. I was asleep, so I was not even looking at no charts at that point. So there's no way I was going to catch this, unless I was awake and live streaming at that point. But this would have been our ideal entry here to short. That's just me. You said unable to find your Twitter. Did you click the link? Which link did you click on? Did you click the catching the Enigma, or did you click Overflow Nexus? Because if you clicked on Overflow Nexus, then yeah, you're not gonna see it. Well, you'll see it, but I won't be able to access it. So which one did you? Hold on. Did I? Wow, I spelt that wrong. I'm so mad at myself. Let me do it again. I just realized I misplaced a letter. So yeah, I see why you can't find it. Okay, try this link. I messed up. I mixed I mixed the I and G. I put them backwards. I guess it's because I was typing too fast. One finger was moving faster than the other, apparently. So yeah, that's my Twitter link right there. Let me see. So when you follow me, it'll let me know. But yeah, that's my Twitter account now. For the meantime, anyway. Until I get my old account back, then cool. Let me see. Also, if this is your first time here, I appreciate y'all. Where y'all from? If y'all don't mind, letting me know. I'm streaming out of Dallas, Texas. If y'all are from Dallas or in Texas at all, let me know. Let me know drop your city, what state you're from, or what country you're watching this from in the chat. Just want to see where y'all are watching it. I appreciate y'all for taking y'all's time out y'all's morning to even be here. Much appreciated for sure. But yeah, let me know if y'all don't mind. Let me see. Okay, so far so good. This is looking good. I'm gonna look at XRP. XRP is pretty bearish. XRP is on the move. Yeah, XRP is definitely on the move. Missed our trade probably by 7 hours too. Let me see if we did. Okay, 6 hours. 6 hours ago we should have been in the trade right in here. Would have been pretty juicy too. Not a big trade, but it's still good. I like it. But yeah, we missed our trade here. Okay, so you sent it. Still haven't got that you've. Okay, I still haven't got it, but let me see. Are you Alpha Wolf on Twitter? Someone named Alpha Wolf just followed me. I assume that's you, but I don't know. All right. As for now, if there's any request, I'll take 2 requests and then I'm gonna head out. So that could be stock, that could be forex, or that could be crypto, gold, silver, whatever. I usually don't take requests unless you're a member, but today I'll take a request, 2 requests, and then I'm heading out. So those that are members on this channel, you could you could always give a request. If you're not a member, usually I don't take a request, but today I'm feeling pretty nice. So if you have a request, drop your request in the chat, and I'm gonna look at your stock, your forex pair, your crypto, your gold or silver or whatever you look at or trade. So let me know now, because if not, I'm out of here. I'm still tired because I woke up at 6:30 today for no reason, and I couldn't sleep on top of that too. So. Alright, I'm not seeing anything. Okay, I see that you're from Kashmir, so that's pretty cool. So nobody has any requests. Alright, no requests. thinking that this has got to come up in here before it drops. Make an N wave down. Second scenario is it comes back up here. It's gonna be interesting. So I just trade Bitcoin or Ethereum, just still learning, and saw your stream with Jason. Okay, awesome. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm meaning to do another stream with him. Hopefully, we could do another collaboration together soon. I enjoy doing streams with him. See, hi, GJ or UJ. Okay, well, what in the world? Thank you for being here. You've been quiet. You usually speak, so I'm surprised today. We could look at GJ. I'll look at GJ for you. GJ, eh? Dang, this thing looks. Let me look at it from the weekly first. Oh man, this thing looks like it's gonna drop. Nice drop too. Hold on. Well, technically on the weekly it's bullish, but let's see. That doesn't really matter. Let me go to the daily. And let me clear this chart off. Let me start fresh. So here's one thing I'm noticing on this, and I like this as well, because you have a chance to go long here now, in a very good position too. So we have market structure showing us this here. Let me show you. And this is actually one of my favorite trade setups that my personal teacher taught me. Fractal bounces is very strong trades. Usually ends up to being very strong trades. And this is also a demand zone too. So if we were to do this, you have extended level to look at. Ooh, excuse me, but we have a fractal level here that you could look for a trade. I'll probably do like this. So here we could get our bounce here, or we could fall in deeper and get our bounce to the upside on this. Let me take a look at the 4 hour though. Four hour, let's see. You do see buyers are coming in on the 4 hour right here. You have an hour and 41 minutes left for this candle to close. Once this candle closes here, I would look to possibly go long here when this candle closes on the 4 hour. You have buyers coming in on the volume 2 coming in, so buyers are definitely looking at this area. Pretty sure if you see on the 1 hour time frame, they're already starting to push up. Yep, they are. Yep, their volumes coming in here. The only thing I don't like is the TDI here though. I like it and I don't. I like it because this is underneath the 50, but I like this because this is something that's overextended and they might start pushing it back higher. So I'm going with the long if I were you. Reason being, first of all, you have a double top here. You scroll over, you look to your left. This is usually has been a pretty good sign for buyers to keep this market here. Just my opinion in seeing this. So looking at that, I would go long here if I were you. Also, flat Kijun, price is far away from Kijun. I would look for price to push up towards this way. Oops. Look for price to push up this way. At least that's what I would look for. And then let me see. Actually, this is as far as I would go. You could actually probably get away with entering the trade now, because look what happened here. You had a bullish engulfing candle on the last candle with strong buying volume too. The only thing, the volume decreased right here, but you still got a whole 39 minutes for that candle to close. But I would look to go long here. I would have it like this. Look to go long there with a stop loss. At least, and just for me, at least underneath that candle. That's a pretty big stop loss. So if you don't want to do that, that's up to you. You figure out your own stop loss. But I would look to target back up into this level and possibly up into here. So that's what I would look for. Very tight stop. Let me see. Let's go 15. Yeah, very tight stop, and then look for the market to go at least up to this point. After that, you just gotta look to get out on your own somewhere. Yeah, I don't think it'll go too high, but something like this. It's probably right here, then drop down. Let's see. You also have, here's the other thing. You also have, on the 15-minute time frame, that's bearish. That's the other thing that I'm looking at right now. And volume is dropping. Let me see the volume on other time frames as well. Here. Dropping. So I'll give you two options. You either wait for the 4-hour candle to close, get more information, or you be really aggressive right now and enter long. Those are the two options that I see to even take this or even bother with this one. Because if you take it right now, you run the risk of the market doing this. And this is why I personally, I would wait. But if you want to look to get in now, this is what I see happening. It pushing down here first. Somewhere in here. Maybe not down deep, but probably in the middle, probably slightly lower, whatever. But so back into this yellow zone and then pushing up higher. That's what I see. So I gave you two options. I suggest you go with the second one. You wait before entering, because I do think it'll probably push it lower. After you see that, then go for a long in here. Because I personally don't think it's going to break this zone. I don't see that happening. That's just me. And you got support here too, so, and you got demand in here. Yeah. So if anything, if you're gonna take this trade, wait till it comes in here, then look to go long, because that 4-hour candle, in my opinion, needs to close before you even think about taking a trade here, or wait till the last 30 minutes of that 4-hour candle to close. You said, could 26K be a local top, and we'll probably drop from here with these micro I do think that. I'm not sure how to say your name, so I'm gonna just call you Official. I don't want to butcher your name, or I'll just call you Zoo. Ezu. I don't know. That's just gonna be your name for now. But yeah, I do think that it could be a top for now, and then we'll probably drop just because of what's happening currently in the market and what's going on in the economy. So I wouldn't even call it microeconomics. I would say global. Like if you look at the global, economy, everything's jacked up right now, and we're seeing the dollar die in real time too. So that's just what I think. You said I like it. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for this market. Bitcoin is still, doing its thing. It is kind of moving down, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Hasn't done nothing big yet. Still thinking short on Bitcoin. So if y'all want to go short on Bitcoin with me, then feel free to do so. I'm not telling you what to do. It's your own money. I don't care what you do with your money. That's up to you. But me, I'm going for a short with a tight stop. Yeah, it stops up here. So that's just me. Also, if you want to join the Discord, feel free to join the Discord. Just type in !the Discord and you should be able to join. Also, there will be a verification thing in the Discord as well. So let me go ahead and give y'all the Discord. If y'all want to join the Discord on whether watching from Twitch or YouTube, here's the Discord group. Should come up on the second floor. There we go. So yeah, you can join the Discord group. If you want to be a member, I also have, a special room designed for members in the Discord group as well. And I'm also going to be adding some more things in the future. So just to give back more. I always like doing more for people. But anyway, other than that, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. I think we pretty much have a good idea what the market's going to do. If this is your first time joining my stream, I appreciate you being here. Thank you. God bless you. I will catch you tonight as well. I will be on tonight for the second stream. So, feel free to subscribe if you have not. And I will see y'all tonight. And I hope y'all are blessed and y'all have a great rest of y'all's day until tonight. All right. God bless. Peace.